Breaking news tonight as a plane carrying Republican vice presidential candidate Mike Pence skids off a New York City runway. He is safe tonight while his running mate is still flying high. Donald Trump and family giving a rare interview to our George Stephanopoulos in our election countdown series, Inside the Final 30.
We have an emergency in the airport.
Tonight, a close call for the Republican vice presidential nominee. Governor Mike Pence's plane skidded off the runway at New York's LaGuardia Airport.
Be careful stepping out slippery, right?
Stopping just short of a busy highway.
Tower, the aircraft is off the runway.
37 passengers and 11 crew members on board, all safe tonight. Our ABC off-air reporter, Inez de la Huerta, was also on the plane.
We're all a little rattled right now. Everybody's safe. There is no apparent damage to the plane. The tarmac, however, is completely destroyed.
Pence was heading to New York for a fundraiser, an event he's now skipping after a busy day campaigning in Iowa and Nebraska.
I want to make you a promise before I go jump on that airplane and head to points east. That man is ready.
Pence throwing the ball around, waiting on the tarmac in Fort Dodge, Iowa, before taking off for New York's LaGuardia. It was a perilous journey, not unlike what is described by many as a perilous path to Election Day for the GOP candidates.
I just spoke to our future vice president, and he's okay. Do you know he was in a big accident with a plane? The plane skidded off the runway and was pretty close to grave danger.
With Pence safe at his hotel,
Everything okay?
Donald Trump made his case to Ohio voters tonight.
We are going to win Ohio, and we are going to win back the White House, believe me.
A critical state with just 12 days until the election.
Get out and vote.
How are you? Good morning.
Before coming to Ohio, he talked to my colleague, George Stephanopoulos.
What can I tell you? I think I'm going to win. I really believe that we've gotten a very unfair narrative from the press.
You've talked a lot about the fact that you think this election could be rigged. I want to go back to 2012. You sent out a tweet.
I think the system is rigged.
Election night 2012. This election is a total sham and a travesty. We are not a democracy. How was the 2012 election?
Because I look at the way the media treats the Republicans and conservatives, and I see the way it's so skewed.
But you called the whole election a sham and a travesty.
Oh, well, I think it was horrible the way they were treated in the media. The only thing worse is the way I'm being treated. Look, I'm being treated. Hey, it's record-setting bad treatment what I'm getting. It's the greatest pile-on in American history. What should really be, they should be talking about WikiLeaks and the horrible things that have come out about Hillary Clinton.
The WikiLeaks emails continue to make headlines. This 2011 memo from Bill Clinton's longtime aide, Doug Bann, reveals how Bann pressured companies to donate to the foundation and also to pay the former president personally for things like speeches. In the case of one large donor, Bann describes, quote, a foundation relationship that evolved into a personal business relationship for President Clinton. He even had a term for it, Bill Clinton, Inc.
Clinton, Inc. is a really bad headline. It is a roadmap for a lot of the worst suspicions people have had about the Clintons for years. The Clinton Foundation, which is doing great work, gets donations from private entities, but also money flows to the Clintons. Benefits flow to the Clintons directly.
She's so guilty. She deleted 33,000 emails. How can she even run? But there's such anger in this country over what she got away with.
The FBI director appointed by Republicans said no reasonable
prosecutor would bring such a case.
He made a mistake. Something happened. Look, something happened. You go into the well, I think somebody talked to him.
So you're saying the head of the FBI
says
is
something
corrupt?
going on. George, she's so guilty.
The Clinton campaign released a statement tonight saying in part she never made decisions because of donations made to the Clinton Foundation. After 40-plus years of tax returns and personal financial disclosure forms, none of the relationships being reported today, they claim, are new.
I know you think you're going to win, but if she wins, if she gets the kind of win that President Obama got, more than 300 electoral votes, several million in the popular vote, will you accept that as a clear result?
I'll make that decision at the right time. I mean, don't worry about it. I'll make the decision at the right time. But we have a rigged system.
Really, for the last several months, Trump has been saying this election would be rigged.
Trump also rejects the claims of the 11 women that have come forward accusing him of sexual assault.
He's called them phony, he's called one of the women horrible, and has insisted that they're fabrications perpetuated by the Clinton campaign.
All of these liars will be sued after the election is over. These people, I don't know these people, these things never ever happened. This was out of the blue. It was made up, probably by the Clinton campaign.
Do you have any evidence of that?
Well, many of the stories have already been debunked. Many of the stories have already been debunked.
Actually, the People magazine story, they brought forward 6 witnesses.
Why didn't she
to
write the
corroborate
story 12 years ago?
She said she was afraid.
Oh, she was afraid. Give me a break. She was afraid to write it. She would have gotten the Pulitzer Prize. Give me a break.
So all these women, everyone they talked to are lying?
They made up stories. You know why? Fame, or they wanted to help Clinton, or something. They made up stories.
They came out after you denied the behavior.
George, let's not waste any more time. These stories were fabricated. They're total lies.
So you're going to go through with the lawsuit?
We'll find out. Let's see what happens with the election. We're going to find out.
By his side for every step of the campaign, his devoted children.
Be honest, which one of you predicted you all would be here today this close to the election?
I don't think any of us got that far ahead of ourselves when he first announced his candidacy. We're not a political family. I think we were attempting to understand real time what that meant in terms of our future and our lives. In retrospect, I don't think any of us would tell you we're surprised. I've never in the past seen him fail, and this is obviously on another level in terms of his commitment to this country and its people.
Here they come, Chair. Yeah, go.
Where's next?
Well, hopefully next is right down the street. It's called the White House.
If he makes it to the White House, Melania would be the first foreign-born First Lady since Louisa Adams in 1825.
Is it true, Melania, you've never been to the White House?
I've never been in the White House, no.
So the first day will be Inauguration Day, maybe?
We'll see.
As the more private member of the Trump family, her campaign appearances have been far more sporadic.
He would be the best president.
But behind the scenes, she's her husband's biggest champion.
You said at the beginning, if you run, you'll win. You still feel that?
I feel that.
Does it make you want to get out there yourself and help him out the final 2 weeks?
We will see. My priority is my son, Baron, our son, Baron, and I support him 100%, and I'm there for him every time he needs me, and I might join him. We will see.
She's actually going to make 2 or 3 speeches. Oh. And I will tell you.
Made some news right there.
No,
Okay.
it is. She's an amazing public speaker. So she's agreed to do 2 or 3 speeches. And I think it's going to be big speeches, important speeches.
You mentioned
I think it's going to be great.
You mentioned Barron. How has the experience been for him? He's heard his father say a lot of tough things, heard a lot of tough things said about his father. How does he take it all in?
I teach him, I explain to him, so he knows what's going on, and he's taking very well. And I just want to have him out of the spotlight for now.
Does he ask you about the news, though?
Yes, all the time. He asks me about the polls all the time.
That's very cute.
It's like his dad, he follows the polls.
No, he's the poll. How's he doing in the polls?
He's, of course, he misses his dad a lot at these days, but he's doing great.
Have you thought more about what you'd like to do as First Lady?
I will focus on helping children and women, and also about social media. In this 21st century, what's going on, it's very hurtful to children, to some adults as well, but we need to take care of children.
Hard to keep it away from your kids.
It is, but we need to teach them how to use it, what is right to say, what is not right to say, and because it's very bad out there, and children get hurt
by
social media, by what's going on, and by negativity.
Since that Access Hollywood tape came out.
You're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the you can do anything.
He apologized to you for that, but you said at the third debate you didn't apologize to her about the women.
Those stories are all totally false. I have to say that. And I didn't even apologize to my wife, who's sitting right here, because I didn't do anything.
Is that okay with you?
They were lies. And as I said before, all the accusations, they should be handled in a court of law.
So you believe the lawsuit should go forward?
Yes, I believe that. And because to accuse somebody without evidence, it's very hurtful and it's very damaging and unfair. And, but honestly, do we still need to talk about that? I think American people want to hear the problems that we have in America.
She's so right about that? She's so right about that?
They want to hear what we will do to make America better. Let's talk about jobs. Let's talk about secure our border. That's what American people want to hear about it.
I think people
just to finish, I can't apologize for something that I didn't do. Nothing ever took place.
But it's more likely to go away if you don't sue.
We'll see what happens, okay? Let's see what happens on the 8th, November 8th.
You're okay with what happens no matter how the vote goes on November 8th?
Yes, the life goes on, no matter what happens.
But he's going to win?
I think so. We're fighting till the end.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Tune in to Good Morning America tomorrow for an interview with Mike Pence.